decided, rather than show my screen immediately, I would just stick here and talk as I finish scrambling to get everything ready. Because you see, I was trying to get some stuff prepared, and it took longer than I thought. So, sorry. Here's the question. Did the YouTube channel assume the stupid push? Yeah, it did. That. Okay. Well, whatever. When I push from Streamlabs, the name of the stream becomes whatever Streamlabs did, which is super annoying. So now we're gonna change it. There we go. You see, because YouTube, they need better names. Certainly don't need to worry about better names in Twitch. Nobody cares. From what I heard. Word on the street. Now, stop looking at me. We don't want to see me. Hop out the chat. Close that nonsense. Go back to here. Hey, cutie pie, how's it going? How's your evening going? I'm gonna work in a second, but I was doing a mad scramble to get a bunch of stuff ready, and it took way longer than I thought. Way longer. But I'm here now, and that's what matters. Talk about SLOG. On my YouTube channel, so I'm multi-streaming to YouTube now. Hey, Saro. My YouTube title says... What does it say? It says, one weird trick to get through the game dev SLOG. Because, you know, one weird trick. Hola, Mats Clamato Juice. Faces of Clamato. Yeah, so I'm super late getting started because I was getting all the builds together for a simultaneous demo / early access update. Doing well, getting stronger each day, and I'm going back to the gym. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad that you are in recovery mode and you're getting regular exercise. That's good for you, for sure. I'm trying to walk every day because I have elevated blood pressure. I'm sure there's nothing that I do mentally to cause it. Why is that so fuzzy? Well, we're going to go to our work mode. Doesn't really matter. Come back here. Okay. Now everything, because I have a different stand and it's like set up differently. Every time I stream now, I have to like readjust it. Okay, I'm here. We're here.
It's a dragon. It's a dragon, and he's got a face. And he goes, blah, blah, blah. I'm Matzi. Blah, 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 blah.
Good old Eonometry, who does not stream anymore nor talk to little old Motzi. Oh well. We're going to work on the battle system. Talk about a slog. You want to talk about slogs? Let's talk about the battle system. Oh, but check this out. Totally unrelated. Put yourself in the middle of the screen. What do you mean? Like, can't. I don't move. Did you want me to be eaten by the dragon? The dragon will go on top of me, though. Thanks for making me feel bad. I'm not even sure what I'm doing anymore. How am I making you feel bad? Anyway, back to my to my ADD enhanced topic. Today, I made automated Steam builds. So I learned how Steam Pipe worked, and I made builds that will push to the repositories. And I made my own shell script to do a couple things here so I can do a demo versus early access build. And it worked, I hope. I mean, we'll find out. I suppose, Shorty, thanks for the lurk. You know, I could easily test if it works. I'm a little nervous to push this button because maybe it won't work. Let me just... Oh my gosh. No, where are you? Come back here. Mute. Yeah, I'm going to mute the output because sometimes... Missing executable... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How is it missing? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. This isn't good. I was kidding about putting yourself in the middle screen. I said that when you were adjusting yourself. I feel bad for playing the clip when you said the person doesn't talk. Oh, no, that's fine. I could just take it down. It's not like Ionometry. Well, as far as I know, it wasn't like Ionometry's like, I hate you. I never want to talk to you. It's just, he just stopped talking to me. The file is there. Okay, hold on a second. Now I'm gonna have to go to chat mode because I have to get this build ready. And oh man, why? Tell me why? Ain't nothing but heartache. Heads up, just noticed issue. Check. Looking into it now. So apparently I have to do some live debugging, which I can't show on my screen because it's on a different computer. I have to do live debugging of the build issue that I just created because YOLO. So how do you get through the slog? This is how. You don't work on anything, you just break stuff. And after you break stuff, you say, ha 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 ha, I didn't have to work on a single thing of relevance other than unbreaking. That's neat that you're a shell script. Sorry, it's not working. Well, I think Pixel Guardian that it is probably your fault. I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, I mean, to me it seems self-evident, right? Evidence. Okay, I am certain this will be an easy thing to fix because I have a little thing known as optimism. So the last beta build did work. Last beta build. Let's go look at our content. So in the last beta build, we had the file name Alterium Shift exe. Okay. You guys can't see what I'm doing because it's in my Steam Games thing and it's got like, I tend to break stuff. You just break it by existing. So instead, I'm just talking to you without you seeing what I'm doing. I apologize for the inconvenience. I know how much everybody just loves to look at the code. And that's just how it's going to be. Okay. That's easy enough. Okay. I know what the problem is. Easy enough to fix. Okay. That's simple. So in my build, I put a path in wrongly. And that's totally fine. We can fix this without any issues. I hope this will work this time because it would not be very fun if it doesn't work. So we are going to try this again. I'm going to go back and push the EA build again. I'm going to go back and prep the demo build again. And I'm going to reconsider my life choices again. And that will be that. Did you write Linux path and said no? I mean, while this build is going, I can actually explain it a little bit. So what? Error? I wonder if I could just get rid of that depot path. I'll show you in a second. This is so obnoxious. I wanted to have all this stuff done before I streamed. This is why I'm late. And obviously I'm still not done because hashtag life choices, I guess. See, this one works. Yes. It says scanning content. Please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break. Pretty, please don't break. Don't break my heart. My achy, breaky heart. Just don't think you'll understand. Steam pipe. You want to check out these pipes? Here, let me show you. So, steam pipe. This is the steam pipe right here. This is how steam piping works with pipes and steam. Always test before you stream. Well, listen. I was hoping I wouldn't have to worry too much. And I actually work best under Gosh Yitzam. Check out these pipes, baby. So this is steam pipe. And they have different ways that you can do uploads. You can manually go into Steam games and upload it. But I elected for the JSON file. However, the way they say these file mappings and stuff, not the most clear. No. Not the most clear in terms of setup. So they have like local path and depot path and other nonsense. Did it work? Okay. It says it did. Well, I put the default creation had the word executables here. Jason, yeah, my buddy Jason. You know, me and Jason, we go way back. When I fun fact, when I started my career, my actual career, like after the military, I started working at a company, like a web consulting agency, and there was literally a guy named Jason there. So when they were saying Jason, I was like, why are you guys talking about Jason? I don't understand. Beta push. Does this work? And yeah, it's because Jason file, you know, JavaScript object notation is what it stands for. Anyway, I think this worked. So let me go back now and go back to my demo build that I totally effed up as well. We don't need no stinking demo. Yeah, we do. And let's make sure this actually works. Our demo build, because it was the first build we did, has a bit of a unique setup because, you know, Jacob set it up best he could because he didn't, know anything, and neither did I. And so I had to do like some extra special things. But we're all good. We like extra special things. It's like life. It's extra special. Okay. So we are going to also do that build. At some point, oh good, the update queued immediately because it's like, yeah, you totally broke that last build. Why don't we update this now? Thank you. I appreciate your concern, theme, for helping me unbreak my heart. Unbreak my heart. Okay. So I have to like let let our publisher Gravity know because they're supposed to be the ones that are pushing the updates. Let me make sure this works, meow. Is my music? The music still isn't playing, is it? Because nope, the music's playing for me. I'm so glad you all don't get it, but it's playing for me. That's all I need. I need the music, not you. And I'm also gonna play the game again. So let's see if it works. Please work. Please, game dev gods. I've never asked you for much. Yes. Yes, it's working. It's working. Oops. Sorry. And it's like incredibly loud in my ear right now. So I'm really glad that I did not have the audio on. Okay. It works. So that's good. Meow. Yes. Okay. Slight update to my instructions for the EA build, the main Alterium shift app. Use this bit. Okay, then I gotta go check out demo build. There is music. Is there music? Yeah, there's music now. Music. Good American. Anyway. Well, that's good. I'm glad I fixed that problem. Because I'm a professional. I played Alterium Shift on my phone. What? How did you play it on your phone? We don't have a phone build, do we? You have some kind of like tricked out phone that allows it to play? How did you... What? I'm so confused. Okay, so the demo build here is borked. We'll remove that one. And this one should be proper. Let me just double check. Yes. Okay. Real life bug fixing. This is, years of practice breaking things live. Also, here is the new demo build. Use that. Okay. We're good. We're good. Everything's good here. No stress. Let's go back to the slog. Let's slog ourselves around. Did it work pretty well on mobile? I doubt we're going to do a cell phone launch. I would call that unlikely. But anyway, yay, the builds work. I mean, listen, our build system. So we now have the capability of building 6 versions of the app. Really in not that much time. There are still manual steps involved in the process, which I think I could fully automate, but it's not that much of a pain because I got this tool called Build Automator in Unity. So I just configured it and it works, and it can build multiple versions at once, and that's fantastic and very much happy making. And yay. So we'll hopefully everything's gonna be good there. But yeah, like previously when because Jacob would do the build manually, he would go in and build one. He'd build it for Mac, or no, build it for Windows, and then switch the build it for Mac, and then build it for Linux. And then he'd have for demo, he'd have to do the same thing three more times. And then manually configure things, and then zip up the file, and then log into the website. I'm sure it took like 3 to 4 hours. Now it's going to be much faster. I streamed it on my Mac on Sunday as well. I'm going to ask about controller. You know that it is available on Mac, right? When I asked controller mapping, I remember you saying that it was planned for the future. Then I remember that macOS has controller mapping built in. It worked well. I have a backbone controller, so it made it easy. Okay. There is a Mac version. You can always just get it on Steam on your Mac if you desire. Incidentally, maybe I should start working on the SLOG again, huh? So when we last saw our heroes, we were trying to get the attack to work in battle. And now I can't remember what direction I was going with my life choices. I really can't. It's been a minute. I've been working on localization stuff and like bug fixes. I had to deal with one of the dumbest, most obnoxious issues. And it was like, so when you open and close the menu, that first off, sometimes it would freeze. So like you couldn't move your player. And then if you got into a battle, after the battle, you would definitely freeze. And after hunting things down, it turned out that when you go to battle, it actually takes over the controller for the map scene, which manages all the stuff that happens in the map. And it creates this battle controller. And somehow the main menu takes over the battle controller. So when you leave the battle, now it's using the battle controller as opposed to the main one. And that's storing data differently. And it's stupid. 2 terabyte drive on my PC versus 512 on my Mac. Fair enough. I get it. Here's my dream. Let's talk about how do I get through the SLOG. First off, gosh, where was I was reading this somewhere that apparently there's like a game dev philosophy that you just need to get something done. Doesn't matter what, something done every day. Now, I do that because that's just what I've been doing. And I have to say, yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, yeah, we still got a whole lot more work to do. But at the same time, we get something done every day. Excuse me. And you mean like the release we're just about to push out will have a bunch of updates. It's going to have 5 languages, all Asian languages and then English. So we haven't started working on any other like European languages, for instance, or Portuguese. Those are on the list. It's going to have all the bestiary stuff. I mean, there's just so much stuff. There's so much stuff. But it hadn't felt like we were getting a lot done, but we were. Hold on. So we got a lot of stuff in there. I've heard about bringing up the world map doesn't always work. I could have sworn I fixed that. What kind of controller are you using? Configuration. I should just move the configuration folder into this folder or something. Or move this folder out, what I probably should do. Demo build configuration. Override. Anyway, where was I? Game engine, game database, configuration. Let's see. Disillusionist? Who needs world maps anyway? How are you, Disillusionist? No one needs the map of the world. This was on my 8-bit dough, but can you do it with other ones? Like, are there other controllers that it's working fine with and this one's not? Oh yes, I've been trying to get something done every day. That's a good goal to have. Not too bad. Winding down for the night. Well, that's good. Yeah, it is getting late. It was an issue that I came across since it happened on Sunday. Okay. So the control that opens the menu is called pad menu, which is just the select button on the... I'm sorry, not the menu. Crud. Well, yeah, pad... In this case, pad menu is the world map on the controller. Pad... what is the button? These have weird names. I named these after whatever the SGB thing is, so it doesn't say exactly. That's like the north button. I think it's like this control mode change one. No, yeah, this one. So button north is it opens the menu, and pad menu opens the. Oh, look at that though. That has primary control. Weird. Use controls. Where did I define a control scheme called primary control? Button north. Global. I mean, these all seem to work anyway. Weird. I don't know. If you keep seeing it happen, let me know. Or let me know if you tried a different controller. It could be your controller, because we haven't tested every controller. But there is a little bit of an issue where there are some discrete places within this code that literally use the direct input system. And I still have to root all those things out. Like, I can't get my Switch Pro controller to work on this. Other people said the Switch Pro controller works. Didn't work for me. Anyway, so battles. So right now, we've got this working. Got like the highlight. We got the ability to attack. And then it goes to the next character. Now, I think that, yeah, so it hides it. And then it comes back. It's kind of weird because that selector also needs to go away. So I need to have something that sets whether we should show the selector or not. But I can attack and get through battle. But what was I doing to get here? One thing I was trying to look at was the layout of the characters, like the placement of characters on the map. Because so the next thing I have to do, so I got attack working. Now I could wire every single action. Why didn't I want to do that? Oh, because I also want to change, in order to do this battle changes, I want to change how attacking works, right? So I started kind of getting in my head around how I would control the attacking of characters. I think, though, I shouldn't do that right now. I think I need to stay on target, or on task. On task would be to continue to work on the basic action. Talk about SLOG. Because it's just such a slog. You know what? If I were to give any tip, by the way, okay, well, I'll continue. I'll finish my thought. If I were to give any tip to any developer about doing work, outside of the fact that like you should just always do something, don't be so hard on yourself about not doing something. About taking too long to get something done. It takes time sometimes. Sometimes development takes time. Sometimes it sucks and you're not going to get certain work done. And you just got to do. if you had like the rock solid will of people like Wallaber, and you could just focus and get work done, that would be amazing. I don't have that. So I've had to learn to be much nicer to myself about what I'm doing, how I'm doing. And I just have to accept the way things are. There are times where I get incredibly focused and I get a lot done. There's times where I get very little done, and that's fine. You said attacking characters was scripted, didn't you? Unless that was something else. Scripted? What do you mean, scripted? What do you mean by scripted? Tell me your secrets, wise one. Okay. So we are looking at... We already have turn order done. Which means we need to look at... This is that selects active player. This is where it is. Select player commands. Okay. So what I need then is... So I've got attacking working. However, comma... I need to make a provision so the little pointer finger doesn't show unless we're actively selecting. And so that's what we need. Battle HUD view. Where do I do selected? Update. If is selected. Okay, so what I need to do is have something that enables or disables selection, right? Public. I might be forgetting what it was then. So yeah, I can show you how that works. Let me just finish this thought here. Enable selection. Okay. Or is selection enabled? So by default, we'll set that to false. The weirdest syntax, by the way. When I learned this type of syntax, I'm like, that's kind of weird. You're like setting a thing equal to a thing. Oh, it defaults to false, right? That's fine. Okay, so then we go to battle menu. Battle, and you can... Is it? This can't be battle menu view controller, is it? It is. Okay, is selecting target. Here we go. So when we do attack, here, this is something I wanted to refactor. Are you bopping to the music, Disillusionist? Are you ready to become a developer yet? Let's see. This not battle. Is... Did I not make it public? Oh, is selection enabled? Dang it. So the problem is, this is the wrong one. Okay, so I was doing the view controller. Hey, thanks for the 1 bit. I recently was a UAT participant of all summer for a new system, user acceptance testing. I do not envy developers. I know a lick of thing about code. Well, you would not be out of place amongst 50% of developers. And being a jerk. I mean... Well, it might be true. So my significant other does Valentine and Vito work. I hear about it plenty. Does violent variegation work. Villainous variety. Verification and validation. Oh, okay. So it's like QA. Okay. so Pixel Guardian, I don't want to like turn you off to being available here. I showed you how it worked, I think. So we have a battle sequence manager, which is really the state management. Then you have a battle viewer 3D, which manages like the scene. Then you have a battle actor, and a battle actor has a draw command, and the draw commands does things. I guess it's the update. So in the update method here, wherever it is here, it'll detect whether it's supposed to be doing some sort of action, and then it'll like manually call the movement that the character is supposed to do. You can see here like appear, destroy. So there's like, it's so weird, play motion attack. So like, if I want to revise how all this works, I'm gonna have to hack into this crap. Because what I'd like to do, I'd basically like to leverage the same code that I'm using for all the different scripted nodes. So like the node system that is used for maps and stuff, I'd like to be able to have that, and I would like to script types of actions based upon some setting for the character. So like if it's a melee character, I'd like to script it so I can actually, generically write a script that says, okay, here's your melee character. It won't matter what the character's attack is. You just have to call the attack command. And then I'd like to make it, just like in Chrono Trigger and other games, the character go all the way to the monster it's attacking and do an attack. I'd like to be able to have scriptable logic. Because right now it's so generic, and we can't. The battles are just freaking boring, man. People. The battles are boring. And I want to de-boringify them. I want to make them more interesting. And it's like it's grating on my existence. And I know like every day, speaking of like getting through this log, every day I want this to be the only thing I focus on and be done with it. I have a daytime job, but the nighttime I'm doing the localization and getting builds ready and blah, 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 blah. So, I'd love to be able to finish this, but, battles are going to be a thing. They're going to be a really critical part of the product. Thanks for the 100 bit. Ooh, they get 100 times your last contribution. I appreciate that. I don't remember if I give anything for 100 bits, but I'll put you in here. Just for the heck of it. $1 and I'll name you. Pixel Guardian. Thanks for the 101 bits. Just a bit. Okay. So now we have to put the thing that I was doing in here. Is selection enabled? Sorry, you're listening. What are you listening to? Are you sorry that you're listening to my stream? I get it. I had some really offensive things I was thinking of saying. You got the badge. Bits leader. You're number one. But like not intentionally offensive. It was just like some reflection on development and developers that I realized if I were to state it would imply that I have a poor opinion of people who I consider really close friends. And it's not true, I don't. But, last time I was working on outrage marketing, so trying to get all that outrage out there, make people hate me for my opinions. I don't remember what it was, too. It was one of those things where I was like, I could say this, and it would be really bad. Not even totally true. but really bad. Just really bad. Like something to the effect of what I said earlier, like 50% developers don't know anything about code, right? It's like something like that, but like, you know, channeling my inner ASD, say something that makes perfect sense to me that would totally piss people off. Okay, so I need to figure out where this is selected happens. Is selected. Yeah, so this is where it happens. Update selected HUD. No. I mean, this is the thing that selects things. Where does first select happen? After the attack. Yes. Battle actor HUD controller. Because how am I gonna do this? I have to have some setting that tells it. Motzi with the rage bait, is that what I'm hearing? Oh yeah, give me the 2 Z's. Yes, with rage bait. I went to drink my tea, got the whole tea bag in my mouth. That's right, I teabagged myself on stream. And it wasn't pleasant with an actual tea bag. So, I'm just gonna say that. All the magic. I'm okay with saying that it's enabled. So basically what I would need to do then is, for now, so what I'm doing, like what I really, really hate about this is I have like attack, and then I do things specific to attack that I know I'm gonna have to do with the other ones. But part of like getting through the slog is allowing myself to proceed, knowing I'm going to refactor it and just accepting my choices in life. What are some rage-inducing things I could say about development? Here's a broad statement. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. I remember. I remember what I was going to say. Okay, listen. There's not many people here, so I'm not entirely worried about this. I'm going to say this, and it's not truly an indictment of anybody I know, because I'm not conceiving of people that I know. That's what she said, but it's not going to make sense. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to just say, listen. First of all, it's probably entirely wrong, and the reason I thought of it was because I'm always thinking about things, and I just found it an interesting analogy or allegory or something. So just let me put it out there. Don't infer I'm talking about any single person that I know. This is how my brain works. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Okay, I'm going to say it. There's a little war going on in my head. Should I say it or do I not say it? Windows 10 made people racist. That has nothing to do with what I was going to say. Okay, listen. How can I say this without sounding terrible? Let's talk about ChatGPT. I have talked to some people who do not believe in using it. And one of the reasons that I hear a lot is it has wrong answers. No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you guys this. I'll tell you how my brain works, but I have to say that it's not really me saying that I believe somebody is bad or listen. Let me just say it. Let me say this is probably not a safe space. I'm going to say it anyway. Especially when it comes to like super senior developers. If I hear a very senior developer say that they will not use ChatGPT because it's not good, it doesn't work, it doesn't give you any, like if I hear any of those statements, what it says in my mind is that person is not good at doing any sort of leadership responsibility, nor are they good at coaching younger developers. And if they are coaching younger developers, God, now I'm really just digging into this, then I would argue they're not actually good at it. I didn't expect that you'd have anything remotely to do with what you were going to say. I was just trying to be obnoxious. Listen. I make the statement knowing there's a risk that not only is there somebody that I know, but that, someone I don't know who considers himself a senior developer, who is opposed to ChatGPT, and is going to tell me directly that I'm wrong, or even get pissed at me and never tell me. I understand. It's potentially a not positive statement. Don't relate 100% since I'm not a developer, but I think that resonates with the vibe of what you're saying. And here's why. And incidentally, the ironic part is my thought process did not start from a developer conversation, although I've had a couple of those where I'm like, oh, you don't like ChatGPT, whatever. It started because on my Facebook, there was a person who made some comment about not using ChatGPT, or like they referred to ChatGPT like the new god. Everybody's worshiping it. And it's sort of this mentality of like, stay away from it, right? Don't use it. There are people in the insurance industry afraid of new things for the sake of not trusting them. Right. Exactly. And so, but it is legitimately not about trust in this case. I see ChatGPT in any context like a very eager mid-level person at any sort of job. A knowledgeable, capable mid-level person who can generally answer questions roughly right, but they need a bit of guidance, okay? And if you can't get ChatGPT to give you the answers that you need on a general basis, then you might want to reconsider your ability to coach people if you think that's something you want to do. Right. Because the trick about ChatGPT is you can never take the first answer it gives you, first off. You have to have the right questions to ask it and the right guidance to give it. You've got to be able to frame up what you need it to do in a way that it gives you the answer. And so in some ways, ChatGPT is self-reflective. It's self-reflective on your ability. It's not going to elevate above your ability, and it certainly is going to degrade below your ability. So if you, as a developer, senior developer, do not have the ability to frame up what you need from a tool like this to get an answer that helps you solve your problem, I would argue that's indicative of your ability in a role in which you have to like teach, guide, or lead people. You might be the best developer ever, but you're not going to be good at imparting knowledge, in my opinion. I can be entirely wrong about that. But, however, if you take anybody who's used to working with junior developers and have been able to coach them into good positions, they would be able to leverage something like ChatGPT without a lot of problems. That's my opinion. It is entirely my opinion. It is no bearing on how I think of people as humans. I don't have specific people in mind. There are people I've talked to that now that I'm saying this, I kind of reflect on, but it's not actually a reflection on my feeling of those people as humans or whatever. I just think that it potentially creates a blinder. The people who are like resistant or unwilling to use it because their statements are, it's wrong, it's, doesn't do what you need it to do, I don't trust it. That mentality, I think, can have a parallel to how those people work with other people in an organization. Because the people that I know that are capable and competent at what they do, especially managers and stuff, they know how to use it out of the gate. They're like, oh, I get it. I can see exactly the value of using a tool like this, and I know how to leverage it. Granted, the reverse problem, which I've been told, is if you use ChatGPT, you don't learn how to do the thing exactly. But I feel like that's a pretty easy argument to overcome. Namely, yeah, but then you got to Google the answers anyway, right? So what's the difference, right? It's actually worse because when you Google an answer, you're not, the answers you get are even less likely to be true. and get some random, forum post. Hey Tom, how's it going? What's up, gamer? Been doing any gamer, my king? For the king. So getting through this log means talking to Tom Sutton about Paw Patrol. So now in my life now, I have Tom Sutton. Every time I see Paw Patrol, I will think of Tom. And then I have Wallaber. Anytime I think about either jelly of any sort or where's my water? Gaming. Get that little Game Boy going. I saw that there's a YouTube video about setting up a proper development environment for a Game Boy. So, you should consider. How do I set this as selected? Nearest HUD. Okay, so I guess what I have to do is there like an update? Do I have an update message here? Maybe what I need to do is just like set all selected. Maybe that's what I'll do. Just make like a hide selection thing. Update HUD position size. I think that's what I'll do. Oh, there is an update method. Is battle active? I think I'll make a method. Oh my gosh. I got all the gamers here. Nuts to that. Gonna raw dog it, dude. Motzi, you're treating development like is it MLM is it multi-level marketing? Mid? Is that what it is? Everyone coming and getting asked if they're signing up. If you search for stuff on Bing, the ChatGPT integration will guide you to the solution. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Game Boy, I replaced the shell on my old GBA. That's nice. Multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. Yes, the Motzi MLM scheme. I'm like Amway. All the gamers in a gamer channel. Watching Motzi move code around. It's literally like pushing it, shoving it around. Motzi level marketing. Okay. So what we're going to do here, we're going to set all of them as that, and then we're going to say is selection enabled equals false. Okay. That'll work. I don't totally love this, but it'll work. You shared it on the Discord. What'd you share? Wasn't working with equipment menu, but it showed. Had a similar issue with mail armor. We're having an issue with our shop problem. Oh, look at your cute little Game Boy. It's so cute. Look at your cute little Game Boy. It's a cute little Game Boy. Who's the cute little? Who's the little Game Boy? Who's the little Game Boy? He's so cute. He's so cute. I must head to bed. All right, Disillusions, have a good night. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to keep working on my my pyramid scheme, apparently. Hey, that works. I bought his game. You bought Tom Sutton's game? No, my game. Pixel Guardian, did you know Tom Sutton has a Game Boy game? But it's a It's like an old person Game Boy game for the original Game Boy. Enjoy the decent weather for another couple days. Yeah, I will. Yeah, we're going to Michigan in a bit in the future, so should be fun. There you go. You fell for it. My scheme. What kind of game? Old person game, Tom. If people who have nostalgia for the original Game Boy are old. I don't know if you know this, but the original Game Boy is pretty old. Okay, so now the finger goes away. It didn't attack the right one though. How did it not attack the right monster? That sucks. Why cry? Just absorb it. No, the ferry's closed. Don't worry, Tom. Young is ahead. Yeah, why are you letting some old guy tell you that you're old? Other than the fact that I have perspective. Now, Stoff is a youngin. Stoff is a little baby. But Tom, I was young before the pandemic. Which is older, you or the OG Game Boy? Me. I'm way older. OG Game Boy came out in the late 90s? I'm about the same age as Tom? No way. I thought Tom was old. 30s, right? 30s? He's just old in spirit. Tom said he's about as old as me. I'm 42. So when did the original Game Boy come out? 1989. He's a Game Boy champ. He's a Game Boy champ. He knows he hasn't met it yet, but he's a Game Boy champ. That was my song, Tom. In my head in 2nd or 3rd grade. Hey, Pop Rocks, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Couple Joe just says welcome. But I added another one. Tom, you are old. I'm still 4 years older than you, though. So, for what it's worth. Okay, so the finger went away. That's good. I mean, not the finger that Tom is giving me right now, but the finger in the game. So now I got to figure out what we're going to do next. So we have attacking working. There's something weird going on with targeting, but let's not worry about that. No, the Game Boy came out before the fall of the Soviet Union. I'm pretty sure. When was the fall of the Soviet Union? I don't know that either. Matsu, you don't look that old. Well, thank you. I mean, if you look at my hair, I'm certainly getting a lot more gray. I guess, does it not look as gray on this picture? You get me in the right light. It's very gray. So if Tom is 38, yeah, Tom's pretty old. Tom was still born in the 80s. So for me, my memory of consoles was the first NES. I mean, yeah, there was Atari and stuff, but the NES. Stopping in to collect before I go to bed. This frozen ad can't stop me. Aw. Let it go. Matzi is a young lad. Camera turned to make him look as young as possible. Yeah, it's like, I mean, look at my hair. Even my receding hairline would indicate age. I've got grays in my beard. See that? I'm wearing an upper back brace. I've got hand thingies on. I'm old. Okay. Thanks, Pomp, by the way. You really made yourself known right away. Oh, look at all those spam from the collects. Appreciate it. It's collection spam. Okay, so now we need to make God, I'm really bad at getting work done. But you know what? Like I said, for those watching this on YouTube, which I gave a title like one weird trick to get through the slog is just do something. Or stream, or do something that you feel accountable. Matsu, you're probably in your mid-30s. I'm pretty sure I know how old I am. Although, admittedly, what was I doing? I was reflecting on something, and there is a weird moment to realize, like, the 90s was 30 years ago for me. The early 90s. I'm 31 and I have grays in my beard. Well, that's just because you're Canadian and really stressed. I mean, I have gray hair. It is gray. It's not quite as gray as some people, but it's gonna turn white someday for sure. Okay, so now I need to figure out how I'm gonna select skills. Matsu's so young, he doesn't bother keeping track of how young he is. That's your face, Randomness. I mean, it's nice to have you here, Randomness. Everyone's collecting. At some point, I've got to like do something with this thing. At some point, I've got to. I also got to do something with this thing. What did I comment out? What is all this garbage? I think I can just get rid of this because I don't need it anymore. Okay. So meow, I have. Can I wonder? Ooh. I wonder if the selection will just work. I don't think it will. I think something's gonna break, but I want to try it. White means wisdom or stress. Or you just genetically have hair that turns white. Oh, I can't do alchemy. That's great. Because it's not listed as a skill attack. Oh, weird. I wonder why that isn't working. Well, let's just try this. Jump slash. Okay, so I can't do anything here. That's fine. I would have been surprised if that worked. If I destroy my sleep schedule long enough, I can consistently collect my way into reminding you to change how collect works. You could. A wise guy. You could do that if you so desired. Okay, so let's see how skills work. So when we're selecting, that would be in the update method. One weird trick to get through the slog. Let me turn it around and say, what is your weird trick to get through your development slog? Tell me, inquiring Matsis want to know. And meow, I'm going to take a look at this. So we have command select, attack, guard doesn't matter. We have make target list. Right, so I have to figure out how target's going to work. That's enough. Not sleep for one night. See you another time, whippersnapper. All right, sleep well, randomness. Throw on heavy metal music. That's how you get through the slog? Not me. Stop thinking. Thought is the enemy. Stop distracting yourself would be a good step. Right? So I need a way to select target. Okay. So, got it. Crack those knuckles. Okay. So sorry. I suddenly got really tired. What is this doing? This is going to add any character Okay, so this is specifying the potential target, right? How did I figure this out? I did something where I could actually get the targets. Somewhere. Action? Battle action controller? How do I do the targets? There's a thing that is like target. Oh, it happens somewhere. How did I do this? How do I live without you? I had a way to determine who could be selected. I don't remember where I put it. Maybe I could find it in the skill. So update. Is it somewhere in that code I deleted? It might be. I have the music where I put stream on in the background. Yeah, streams can be distracting. If you go to like watch people like Stuff or Tom, basically anybody, they just demand that you pay attention to them. You can't get any work done because they're like, pay attention to me, talk to me, don't ignore me. And you have to oblige. Okay, so this is just if you select. That wasn't really. That's fine then. So what did I do? I did something where when I was selecting a skill, there's like a skill selected on skill submitted. Bet you it's in my legacy non. I have to remember it's. I've been doing localization bug fixes and stuff. 90% of people sleep in my stream. Yeah, because you just got those soothing, dulcet tones, of course. I never sleep in your stream. I do eventually go and lurk. I got too much to do. Let me see. Did I do something in here maybe? I remember I made something that let me select every character. Using my HUD. I don't remember how I did it. We've got out range. Target list. Let me see here. I think it was like maybe it's battle. Battle actor? I think it's a battle actor. Could it be a battle actor? I don't know. Target? No. It would be base character. Battle character base. Okay, get skill target. That's what it is. Where did this get used? Battle sequence. What is this thing? That's just for the effect part. Where did I do this? I pay attention to your streams, but whenever I make my presence known, you're just like, oh, that guy. Hope he leaves. No. I don't hope you leave. I hope you make like a tree and branch out a little bit in life. I hope you build on your project. So, did I not use this stupid method? I could have sworn that I did. Get skill target. This looks like something I would have modified. Does the annotation work yet? Oh, it does. Okay. Oh, I know. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is where I did it. Okay. I knew it was somewhere. Okay. So targets all enemies is what I did. I basically made a way to determine whether something targets. That doesn't really help me, unfortunately. That helps me if we show or don't show something. And this will select them, right? Current targets. What is this? On skill selected. I must have changed how I was doing it. I'm trying to get this thing. So I had this idea in the current version of the battle system. If you have multiple targets, it doesn't show you that. It's just like, oh, it just affects everybody, and you just kind of know it immediately. So I was trying to see how I did that for reasons. Oh, because I'm doing skill selection. Right. So the skill selection has to be able to define who can be a target. That's okay though. Not too bad. How do I do this? I need to know when I go to select what could be selected. Okay. So then let's go look at how we did the attack. We do attack. And this is going to say, how do we do current HUDs? Current HUD type. Okay. I got it. Now I'm picking up what I'm putting down. Perhaps. So what I think I could do then is I could go to this thing, and when I say select a skill in the skill menu, no, I have to do when I select it. What happens when we select on skill submitted? It's a little hard because because I'm like taking an existing system and putting all these pieces in place. I sometimes have to go back and relearn what it was I was doing. Okay, so on skill selected, we will select that item. We will specify who the targets are, and then we won't do crap with it apparently, because this is literally the only place. The only two places that gets used. Okay. So I must have removed some code that was using that. Okay. So now, meow. It's going to be May. It's gonna be May. But that's unselected though. Where's submitted? Okay. When I submit it, what was I doing before? This is just when we're hovering over it, not when we're selecting it. So there must be a state that was changing. Battle skills, view controller, close window. So it must be saying an action submitted. Okay. So then on action submitted, we need what? How do we define the selection? Current HUD. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say, there. See that I'm really confusing myself. We have, what do we have? Hit battle state, current enemy targets. Next characters. Where did I put those target settings? Would be in the individual player. Okay. Not really current enemy target. This is current target, right? What I need to do is I need to get the current player command. What is it? Command select player. Okay. This is the whatever player is being selected, right? Because we're controlling it. And then we're going to say get skill target. We say the skill? I think we do. If skill does not equal null, then we do this thing. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm finally on a path. Just took me way too long to figure out what I was doing. We have to pass in a skill, and we have to get some cheesing it out. I don't like the notation of using. I don't like the idea that a method can not only return a value but manipulate a value. That feels unclean, but it is the way life is right now. I suppose I could rewrite it, or something, but yeah. Skill. Crap. We'll call this skill view, I think. We have to get the SGB skill, and then I say in or out? Out. There, enemies. Oh, got it backwards. Okay, so we're gonna output the friend targets and the enemy target. This is a list of friends or enemies that can be targeted. And then I think to make it simple, so we'll say like if friend targets dot length is greater than 0 and enemy targets. Is it going to indicate that I can select friends and enemies? Then current HUD type equals all. I don't like the else if sequence here, but whatever. Copilot to the rescue. Okay, so this will specify what can be selected. And then we will do is selecting target equals true. What else do I need to do here? Skill, attack, selection enabled equals true. These are things I want to refactor at some point. And then select first. Okay. We should be able to do this. So, easy. And then I think what I have to do is like current enemy target. I need. Oh, I know how to do it. Okay, so it's a for each. I don't really care about this. Is like a one-time thing, so whatever. I don't like this at all, but I'm gonna do it. This is me having to fight. So at some point I won't need to use is select, but right now the way Smile works is they have their own is select nonsense. So I'm just replicating some of their code to make sure it's stable. Maybe that'll work. UI manager enabled false. Okay, then we need this. So be effect, aim skill, effect, select, effect command. Wallaber. How are you, Wallaber? I talked to you briefly earlier. Here. JCW. Oh, it doesn't work. Wallaber never changed it. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Wallaber's crew. I guess you guys, a lot of you probably already know me, but I'm working on Alterium Shift. I told Wallaber to make a JCW command, but he refused. I'm good. Great stream today. We added some super dumb challenges. You mean super cool challenges in JCW, I assume? What? Wait, is this in Jellycar? Or did you do it in like the rally racing game? I want to see this. There's a tiny Jellycar. It's so cute. And can it use all the facilities, like the power-ups and stuff? I want to play that. I'm looking forward to it. That's awesome. It's just tiny. I presume you're gonna have to have special levels for that, because if it's too tiny, you can't go anywhere. Does it affect anything with the physics? We also made a huge car while we're at huge car challenge. What's the game about again that you're making? It is a retro styled JRPG. Alterium Shift on Steam now. Wishlist if you so desire. Try the demo. Make a purchase perhaps. Hey Dave, how's it going? It did. The big one sounds fun. Having a gigantic car. And then you have to like, how you're gonna get through it because you can't squeeze through all the little tiny holes and stuff. I'm glad it was a good stream. I know Wahlberg probably has to cut and run. He's got to go pick up the child. I suppose. So select target. Yeah, so it is game skill effect. That's what I want to say. That's the same one. Battle command state. Well, hello. It's nice to see you, Newtonian, and bye. Have a good one. Probably not gonna buy it as it's expensive. Try the demo, yeah, give it a shot. You should try making the game $7 for the same amount of content as JCW. Nope. Sorry. The game currently has depending on how you play it, 15 to 20 hours in the early access. And it will probably have double that by the time the full launch happens. So the RPG. Honestly, Wahlberg should just charge more for his game. That's what I would say. Worth every penny. So 2% of JCW. Maybe, I don't know. But you should look into, Math Lover, since you love math, is what developers make off the games they sell. I've told Wallaber he should charge more, but I know that there's like making a game at a price. It's like hard to figure out the right balance. Hey, that's great. I'm glad that you have so many hours on the game. That's very nice. I have a lot too. I don't think I have 2,000 hours. How many hours do I have? I have 136 hours. And that was with testing and stuff too. What, $20? I can get 40 tacos for a Jack in Box. Yeah, I know the taco ratio is way off. It's so off. Go buy those tacos. Enjoy your food. Video games are a luxury item. Okay, so I was doing selected battle command. This maybe will work. I'll find out. I know. Well, for Wallaber's game, I think he should be charging more, but you know. And then for our JRPG games, you know, we have this is early access, so early access is actually discounted right now. Well, I mean, if you look at any role-playing game out there and number of hours those games have, this is, you know, fairly priced towards that. But then, you know, the full launch of these games, it can be anywhere from 15 to 30 plus hours. We're talking about how expensive Motsi's game is. Yeah. I've noticed, Math Lover, I don't really know you very well, but I think you might have a little bit of you know, either it's intentional, like you try to troll, or you don't understand that the things that you're saying are actually not considered appropriate, going into a developer stream and then criticizing their pricing choices. If you want to take it for what it's worth, I know Wallaber has tried to call you on some of the things you said, so you're trying to troll. Okay, yeah, you do sound troll like. Developers put a lot of time into the games that they do, and while you might find it funny to troll somebody about the pricing of their game, people put their effort and time. Time is worth a lot for people. Yeah, you have autism. It's my daughter does the same stuff, and what we tell her is expected behavior versus what she does. It is entirely your prerogative on how you choose to talk to people. However, know that when you say things like that, that has an effect on people around you. You use math and subtract yourself. Ooh, Dave. That's a little... I see the wink. I've done to my daughter who has ASD. I have done things like that to her. Because she'll say something, and it's not even a good burn. She'll just say something that she's trying to be like mean. Like, well, you're an idiot or something. And I'm like, okay, well, let me show you how you really burn somebody. Let me show you how you actually treat somebody. If you want to actually have like a comeback, here's how you do it. She doesn't like it. I know she'll pretend like she likes it. She'll give a little grin like, yeah. So when you're saying these things, this is how they're going to respond. If you say something to somebody like this and you had someone say that to you, you probably wouldn't take it very well. Because I also happen to know that she wouldn't take it well because I've heard her complain about this. Skill. Okay. So I don't know why this has like a delay in it working. And will this work? Okay, so it did not work. Why is it not working? Is it because the skills aren't calling an action? What's going here? Dave, by the way, how's your game going? How's your ARPG efforts? Are you still working on maps? Are you working on gameplay? Just okay. Are you getting through the SLOG? On my YouTube, I made a title like this one weird trick to get through the SLOG. And I started to swamp. Okay, so you're still working on a lot of the mapping. I guess you have most of the mechanics, right? So we're gonna battle menu. Skills selection. What are these guys doing here? I heard Wallaber say I was helping Wallaboy. How's the battle stuff coming? Oh, sorry, Wallaber. It's coming. I've been doing localization and stuff. I put in weather triggers. One sec. I'll link. I'll just be Zelda. You can be Link. Come save me, Dave. Yeah, there's no function. So that's part of the problem. Well, there's your problem. Skill does not have a battle selection. I wonder if I change something. Battle menu. On skill submitted. I wonder if I just messed up the connection there. Oh wow, it's almost 11. The area is supposed to be blocky and very few decorations. Okay, let's take a look. Nice. So this is how long have you been working on this so far? Is the rain an existing effect that you used? Or did you make it from scratch? Like the rain effect. You created it? Oh, that's nice. Man, it's amazing to me what people can do with particles and such. Did you make the entirety of it? Like even the little splashes? How do you do that? Or the splash is like an animation that triggers when the rain hits the ground. Trigger turns on the rain and there's a global light that changes by the trigger. Like your shadows. Both. Okay. That makes sense. I see the little flowy. Is that smaller than it was? It's 2 particles. Okay. So it hits it and then it uses another particle for the splash. It's funny because, like it isn't easy to do. It's fake. It doesn't hit crap. Okay, fair enough. Like particles aren't easy, but once you kind of figure out, you can do a lot of interesting stuff with it. All right. If I can get skills to work. I still don't know why it's so slow. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. So, why? Battle skills view controller. I think part of the problem is, so if I don't close the window, that might help. It could be that we didn't get a skill view. Did I not have a skill view? It's got skill item view. Okay. It's got the skill in there. Why would it? Just I had it to close that. Okay. Try this again. The battle stuff is such a slog right now. It's just because, like the more I get through the pain of some of this update with the core system, the easier it'll get to modify it. That was light rain. This is heavy, but you can see the animation better. I like that. You got like dynamic lighting and everything. I like your logarithmic layout here. Sorry. Once I have time to master graphics programming on the PSP, I'm hoping to put RPG out. But seeing the development of 2 of them so far, I know I've got a long road ahead of me. Boo-hiss. Well, Pixel, if you're going back to like the slog thing, one of the other things and one of the reasons, well, not even the slog, but why am I doing this engine stuff, is like we created a problem that we had to solve, which was getting actual people interested in our game, because we actually got something out. We didn't wait until I was an expert at Unity, which, I mean, maybe it could have helped, but we wanted to get something going. Started with no programming or art in 2020. All YouTube, buddy. Now it's ChatGPT. Okay. Good. We have a null exception. Perfect. Target character. So what I should do Skill option not target. What is this? I think this is supposed to be the target that is actually targeted. How does this work? Target character. It is an array of targets. Chat wrote a bunch of my doo-doo code. Yours is way more complicated than mine. You use actual Chat GPT or Microsoft one? I heard you say Copilot. I use the Microsoft one. Chat GPT is owned by Microsoft, isn't it? I use Chat GPT 4. I pay for the subscription. I also use Copilot for sure. Let's see. We have this. Look at laser burn. Okay, so target. I'm confused. Homeless Shacker 4, thanks for the follow. I pasted in this huge code and asked, can you condense this? And it did it like, oh, when you said you use chat, I thought you meant like during streaming. I was so confused. Yeah, but this is why you look, you know, I was talking smack about developers earlier. I was talking about people who are completely adverse to using tools like ChatGPT in the context of in which I know I'm aware that like I'm fairly certain Wallaber doesn't use ChatGPT much or at all. And it wouldn't be a knock against him. I honestly think he could get a lot of value out of those things because he's, you know, like I think ChatGPT is a reflection on your ability. And so if you can ask the right questions, you can get good answers. But if you don't know how to ask the right questions or to assess the answers, you're going to get bad answers. That's how it is. So it is pretty humbling, but it's also nice to have it just solve your problems. There's a bit of a confusion thing happening here for me with how this stupid thing works. So I got to figure out how I want to do this. There's OpenAI, ChatGPT with just Microsoft Bot, and then there's Copilot, which I just built into Bing. Yes. Copilot. Well, Copilot is what I use on my IDE, but it all uses the same OpenAI stuff, right? The same core. They have different flavors of it though. ChatGPT 4 is the most like accurate. It's slower, but it's the more accurate system. But I need to figure out how I'm going to get to determine whether a skill targets one or more. How the frick do they do it in the battle sequence manager? Same skill effect. This is where they actually select it, right? When it selects the target. This is where it builds the list of, okay. So basically I need to take this crap that they have and build a target list. Party 1, enemy all. Command target. Ooh. Where does this come from? So when we do this, it clears out the command target list. This is where it makes the list. Not saying there's pros or cons either, just more my own curiosity of which site you go to. Yeah, I mean, but what we're saying is like just under the hood, it's using some of the same. It's all using Open API. So this is a window. That's the skill. This says what the selected skill is. Oh, I gotta make sure I set that to, which would happen here. Skill view. Their skill. Okay. So I have to make sure that is selected. But where does the command target list? Okay, so wait, it adds range here. Okay. So then if it's party 1 or party 1 and enemy all, it's going to add player data. Where does this get populated? It's just the battle. This is all the. Oh no, party 1, enemy all. Right. Which is all the players though. That's weird. Oh, I see. It's just, I think what it's just saying is like something else will take care of that selection probably. So I think I have a way to determine this. What did I have? I have a update battle state. Get target characters. Targets. So you have to give the base character attack, same skill effect. Current select character. I guess I could do it that way. Selected command type, but I don't know what the skill is. So what does this do? This says skill equals selected battle command. Ref view it. Holy crap. The skill refers. That's stupid. You think you have a way, but you think you have a will? No. I worked with a will once. He was okay. But he didn't have a way. There is some logic somewhere that I feel like I created. I swear that I created something that actually like tells me what type of, like if it's enemy or all. I just remember where I put it. Skill. I put it in the skill. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember now. Why would you use whiteboards or notepad? That seems absurd. How would you track any of this stuff? How would I do it? I have an intricate note system called Scribbles. No, no, I don't. I think it takes more work to do that than what I'm doing. It's slower when I'm streaming. I'm much faster at this when I'm not streaming. Thank you. I have some pretty huge game. That's true. I think it's probably because I'm Italian. How do I keep track of this? I don't know. Just how I YOLO everything. So instead of doing this stupid like get skill target, what we're gonna say is there. You know, I don't really know how I do it. When I really need to learn something, I will create a document and like a graph. But I'm in a phase right now where I generally understand where the pieces are, and referring to a sheet or a note is not going to help me. Because it's like the pieces are all over, especially because I'm using a system where everything is all over the place. Motzi is a knowledge god right now. Targets. Wait, is it target? What's targets multiple? I knew I'd put something somewhere. Hey, Dave H, thanks for the follow. I want to apologize for chasing off Math Guy. I thought his comment was offensive and tried to battle it with taco humor. I kept going. Math Lover tends to push things a little bit too far. I've watched Wallaber stream, and Wallaber's had to stop them too. I don't mind being distracted. I try to say this sort of multiple times, which is streaming isn't my way of getting a lot of work done. Streaming is not my solution to making code work. However, again, I'll refer back to the title of my YouTube channel, which is like this one weird trick to get through the slog. It helps me through the slog. I will admit there are some nights I say I would get more work done if I didn't stream tonight. But there is a quality to the effort to stream and present my material and freaking struggle through bull crap like this that actually helps me on the times I'm not streaming. It actually makes me more like, oh, now I appreciate my efficiency. Of course, unfortunately, then I go watch other people stream and then I get distracted anyway. So it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But I'm okay with it. I'm fine with streaming and being distracted. I will not be, by the way, speaking of streaming, I will not be streaming on Saturday night, and I may or may not be streaming next Tuesday. Holiday season is upon us. Just in case anyone's wondering. I'm sure you all are just like, oh, now I know for sure. What do I want to do? I want to just like deselect everything. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about that. Let's just go back here. See if we can make this work. I think I did what I was supposed to do. So let's find out. for brain. And brain's not working either. Think. Can't wait to play the Jelly Car World. Tiny Car World. Wallaber should put little mouse holes. Maybe Wallaber should have a power up for a tiny car. Tiny car power up. Power down. A cute little car. Listen, here's another question. How many developers here who have pushed to Steam, which I'm not sure how many there are, have actually automated their build pushing? That's what I want to know. How many people know what Steam pipe is? I want to hear about your pipes. I haven't even asked Wallaber if he uses Steam pipe. I think Wallaber just manually builds and uploads stuff. Like, I'm not fully sure about it. I still don't understand why it's like it's stuck moving. I didn't get my demo on Steam. Yes! Progress! Look at that progress. That's an obvious problem. Supposed to be commented out. I have a little batch file. I double click and it uploads the game to the correct depot and stuff. So do you use Steam Pipe then? You must use Steam Pipe. I just got Steam Pipe set up today. And I use Build Automator to automate the build. The great thing about Build Automator is I don't have to like switch between the different build types, like whether it's Windows or whatnot. It just does it all. Bye. Go lurk. Bye. I bought the access, did like half the work. I didn't know how to make a video. Oh, you should hit up Jacob. He knows how to make videos. Did it compile? Certainly got a lot of errors. I've got 999 plus errors. It was just ready for my code, baby. But a glitch ain't one. Yeah, well, plenty of glitches too. Okay, let's progress. Oh, this crap. Right. That'll be a good stopping point, I think. I gotta figure out how I want to do this skills stuff, and I'm not gonna. I know I can figure it out, but I'm gonna have to do some like under the hood changes. I don't deal with it right now. My brain's already fried. So instead, let's talk about just real quick what is going to happen with the battle system, because you're only seeing me do like some very minor things. My JC reference for the day. I haven't heard of a Steam Pipe until tonight, but I will remember that for when I'm ready. Yeah. Well, it'll be, the progression of usages. Don't bother until you have familiarity with just publishing games on Steam. Because you gotta learn about the depots and getting it set up, and then once you understand that, then you can worry about automating. Now, of course, one of my dreams for battles is you go here and then they just pop out and they fight like Chrono Trigger. But let's say I can't do that. Let's say that we just stick with it. There's some very obvious things. First off, I absolutely want to be able to better structure the character layout. And we are going to make it at some point where the camera actually properly moves, because it's very static right now. It's kind of boring. And then I want it so like when you attack wherever you are, if you do like a melee attack or whatnot, your character will jump over, move to the thing they're attacking. Of course, if it's Atlas, Atlas wouldn't do that. Atlas would shoot from afar. But I definitely want that to be a thing. I don't think we're going to have it where monsters move around. I do like how they do that in Chrono Trigger, but it's also annoying. You should have Cinema Machine Weekend and just do it all while doing a long stream. That it wouldn't be done. It wouldn't be done like that. I guess no. The Cinema Machine do dynamic, like, interpolation between points. Be interesting. No, it's gonna be. I mean, because what I want to do is I want this to be effectively scripted. Okay, I want it to be effectively scriptable. So whether I use a Cinema Machine lerp or whatever, however it gets animated, I want to be able to script the type of action that's going to take place between the two things, right? So if it's a melee attack or if it's a special type of attack for a kind of character, the sequence and the animations that happen, I want to be able to control for that. And of course, with monsters potentially being anywhere within the screen, I got to be able to like dynamically specify what happens. I have a stage page for Be the Guy. What is it like? I want to be the guy. Is it like a riff off of I want to be the guy? Well, just do it through animation and have it focus on a point of character. Yeah, it's just because I'm using this engine, I have to leverage the things that exist. So while I could try to completely replace what they have here with just Unity animations, I can't do that easily. And so yeah, what engine? It's Smile Game Builder underneath the hood. The Smile Game Builder engine under the hood is controlling the things that show up on the screen, even though it's in Unity, right? Obviously, it's a Unity engine, but underneath, the way the map works and the way that it controls the objects, it's actually fairly rigid. So, like, I can't change things. No, there is a Unity camera, but the camera is not controlled by Unity. So if I go into like this. It was called Planes Battle Back. It has a main camera right here. I don't think I can even change the camera position. So like if I try to change a value here, it doesn't work. I don't think, yeah. Because it's rigidly setting the camera on every update. Correct. And I don't even know if I would do it the way you're talking about anyway. So I don't know. I didn't mean not rip off a riff off of, like you're riffing off of it. Not. I'll type what I said. Riff off, not a rip off. Like this is idea. I'm gonna riff off this idea of a game. So yeah. Anyway, Dave. Yeah, it's not easy, and I could maybe figure out how to do that, but there are going to be things I'm going to want to script. So my dream is that we can script it so we can actually make the characters do different things based upon whatever, like different conditions or settings or otherwise, right? The other thing we want to do is have like low health animations. So if the character's low health, they're like hunched, or it's very visibly obvious that they're gonna die, which would be nice. It just takes time to animate those things. So yeah, there's a lot of things I'd like to do. This is just the beginning. I'm just really strictly working on rooting out their code into putting it into mine, so then I can make the choices I want. But plenty more to come from that. So, anywho, I'm going to transition to chat. Everything takes so much time. It does. But that's like, maybe I should make my YouTube and my Twitch channel have the same. I'm getting to the slog. I did as a joke, but in a way it's true. Like, you just have to keep going. You got to keep chipping away at basically everything. Did I do the credits? No, I didn't. It takes a long time, and it's hard to really scope things and plan them. I've tried a lot to scope out the work for this project, but launching early access is not something I even know how to anticipate. That really impacted our timing. So whatever, we'll figure it out. Oh, Ash said hi is playing Sandy's Great Escape. Do they know this? Sandy's Great Escape is the crab game. Do you know our did you know sorry, it's completely unrelated to the streaming, but I wanted to make sure. We're not gonna go jump on Ash's ice. Anyway, sorry, totally distraction. Can we go see Evan? There's a lot of developers on my stream. What's Evan doing? We can go say hi to Evan. He's doing stuff. Anywho, I also think I hear a crying kid, so I probably have to go check on them. So y'all have a lovely evening. I will not be back for a minute. I'm a little skeptical whether I'll be streaming on Tuesday of next week, but we'll see. But I definitely won't be streaming on Saturday. So y'all have a wonderful week, and if you celebrate Thanksgiving or any associated holiday, enjoy. If you don't, also enjoy whatever you're doing. I will be back later, and hopefully we'll have more updates. So tonight or tomorrow, the update for the beta. Sorry, the update for the game is coming. So what was in beta plus a bunch of fixes, that should be out by tomorrow. So take a look. Early access update, demo update, it's all coming out. Anyway, y'all have a lovely time. We'll talk to y'all later, and keep an eye out for the updates coming soon to a Steam near you, including the demo. So, go for that. All right. I was supposed to say that news earlier, and I completely forgot about it. So anyway, have a good night, y'all. Bye.